What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very specially screwed up episode of B is for Build. I'm Chris. Today we're supposed to be dyno tuning and the car broke on the way to the dyno. Stay tuned. Alright, so I was driving on my way to the dyno and then all of a sudden I just lost power. I lost the ability to connect with the throttle and rev the engine, and I ended up over here and I pulled over, and what happened? So then I gave it a second and I twisted some wires around and checked everything, and I got a little bit of juice out of it to start it up once again, but not everything was operating correctly. Some things weren't powering up, and then it eventually died out again. I think that I'm having an issue with my battery. Either my battery is bad or dead, or we're not charging it like I thought we were, which I thought we were charging it, but I'm not really sure. So I tried to show up early to the dyno session, which starts in 20 minutes. There is an auto parts store 1 mile from here. So I'm gonna start running to the auto parts store. I'm gonna try and buy a new battery and plug it in. I can't verify this battery because I don't have a voltmeter because I didn't bring a toolbox, but let's go try and find a new battery. I figure it's a nice morning for a run. Chelsea showed up in the clutch. I got a new battery, I got a voltmeter, and let's head back to the car and test it out. Alright, car's on. Fixed it with a open-ended wrench that some of the construction workers lent me. But that's not actually what fixed it. There's a wiring issue going on and we weren't able to send the signal wire, so I basically hot wired it. It's got a constant signal wire. I'll explain more later. I'm late for the dyno, so we gotta get out of here. All right, we got the tuner behind me. The dyno's getting ready for me to pull up. It's about time to go. Let's get it set up. All right, the car is on the dyno. Eric's got it all set up. He's gonna do a first rolling run to get everything the dyno set up and everything for the car, and then we'll start to put down some power numbers. Oh, coolant problem. Bad news. Screwed it up on the first pull. I got coolant flying out of the overflow valve of the radiator neck, so we may have an air pocket in the radiator, we don't know. So now it's back to working on the car instead of testing it. We found an issue with the filler neck cap. It didn't have enough depth, so luckily they had a better one in here. So as you can hear, we're going for round 2. Hopefully no water. Come on. Here comes pull number 2. Oh yeah, I saw that.
What is this?
There's a lot of power to be picked up, so how do we pick up power? Raise the boost. All right, well, we got a pitiful 250 horsepower out of it, but there's upside to downside. We didn't get near our max amount of boost. We were at we spiked at 12 early on, and then we were mainly around 8. That's because the boost controller was shut to off. I didn't actually configure the boost controller, I just installed it because I figured he'd be able to do it way faster. He does know how to do it, so he's gonna go ahead and do it now, and then we'll try again. Still working away. We got up to 10 pounds with the adjustment, and I don't know what horsepower we made there, but then we got a pretty big boost leak. So we're hunting down a boost leak now. Okay, we did a boost leak test. found a small leak, small medium-sized leak, and fixed all that stuff up. We're out of time, unfortunately. PRE's been really nice and let me go overtime, but it's time to do one more power pull and see where we land. And we might be able to make one more adjustment to the boost controller, but I'm not sure. Again, we're out of time. This stuff's expensive for everybody, so we got to kind of, you know, get out. That did not look good. I saw it go down to like 3 PSI on the top end. So he's adjusting the boost controller and we'll see how it goes. Troubleshooting one more thing. We're trying to shut the boost controller completely off and we'll see how this goes. That did a lot better. So I think it has to do with the boost controller. We might have installed it incorrectly. We don't know. The day of dyno fun has concluded. I'll give you guys a recap in 1 second. Alright guys, well I just made it home. The car drove home a lot better than it drove there. So let's see, quick recap. We made 250 wheel horsepower, which is basically stock. We got there at about 9 pounds of boost because my boost gauge is installed incorrectly. My boost controller, not my boost gauge. Boost controller is installed correctly. My bad. What else? When we were on the dyno, we had a coolant issue that Eric, the tuner, quickly fixed for me. We had a boost leak issue, small boost leak issue that he quickly fixed for me. And then we were working with the boost gauge, boost controller, and well, I say we. He knows how to program one of those fancy AEM True Boosts. I don't know how to. We found out that it's most likely just installed incorrectly because as we kept telling the boost controller to give us more, give us more boost, we actually got less and less and less. So he thinks that two of the lines are flipped around. So I left there with kind of a list of things to improve on the car given to me by the tuner, Eric, and I'm going to head back to the shop and work on those things. But what he said was basically, yeah, yes, we put down 250 wheel horsepower, but there is lots of room for more power there. And he says, you bring me back a healthy car with everything working and we will get it there, which is very, very exciting for me. And especially because we know what was wrong, so there's stuff to fix. The other exciting thing is PRE was nice enough to schedule me, so I'm 3 days from today. I'm scheduled to be back there, and we're gonna give it another shot. Eric's gonna, we're actually scheduled for tuning time. This time we were actually just scheduled for like just pulls. So we were just supposed to do power pulls, not tuning, but they were kind enough to help me tune this car and problem solve. And I just wanna say huge thanks to PRE and huge thanks to Eric, their tuner there, who went way above and beyond. When the car first broke, they could have easily just been like, all right, it's broken, you gotta get it off the dyno, bring it back when it's fixed. We're just here to do power pulls, etc., etc. But that was not the attitude that they had. Eric is very, very passionate and skilled, but super passionate about what he does. And he's like, all right, cool, not cool that's broken, but all right, that's broken, go fix that. All right, we broke something else, let's fix this. Here's how we fix this. He taught me so much stuff about so many different things already. I mean, the amount of knowledge that I got out of that guy just standing there for an hour was incredible. So huge thanks to them, and I will put a link to their shop in the description. If you guys are in Portland, go check it out. They can do everything. They do custom builds, they do dyno pulls, they do dyno tuning, they do custom tuning, they do all sorts of great stuff. So I am scheduled to be back there in 3 days. I have a list of the things that I need to tackle, to fix, to bring them a healthy car. And if we bring them a healthy car with the right tools on there, they'll make it work for me. Because I got to get above 250 wheel horsepower. I got to, you know, I almost want to double that. So yeah, that's the goals that we're looking at. But I think it's possible, and we know the engine is running strong, so that's good. I should say, and this probably goes without saying, those of you guys that watch the channel and stuff like that, but I do want to point this out that PRE is helping me out and they're working with me, but don't let this build quality or build style reflect on PRE in a negative way. This obviously isn't the way that they would build a 2JZ swapped BRZ like this. This isn't the quality of their work. This is my work that they are kind enough to let me bring my junk into their shop and throw it on the dyno, and they're kind enough to help me with it. But it's not the way that they would do it. They build, like their name, Performance Race Engineering, you know, PRE, they build performance race cars, and I'm like hunting down budget build dreams. So we're in two different kind of schools of builds, I guess you would say. They do good ones. but I don't want this to negatively reflect on their shop. Like they are just you know, they don't recommend doing a lot of the things the way that I've done them, and they would do them in a different way. Yes, those normally come with a larger price tag, and that's why I do a lot of these things, is I'm always kind of trying to hunt down the cheap way to do these things. But they are still kind enough to not laugh me out of their shop and let me bring this thing down and get it tuned and all that stuff. So huge thanks to them, guys. Again, link is in the description. Go check them out. They got a lot of cool cars in the showroom. They can talk to you about all sorts of great stuff. It was a really great experience being down there, and I can't wait to come back in a couple days. I really just want to go right back to the shop right now, but I have to edit episodes. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a fun one, and next one we'll be back in the shop. I'll explain to you everything that was wrong, and we'll fix it all and get ready to go. All right, see you then. Please remember to like and subscribe. Peace.